Good morning. Hello, hello, everybody. It is Friday. It is not as cold as it has been the
Yeah.
last couple
Thank
of
goodness.
Fridays.
Thank goodness.
Oh my gosh, welcome. We are here today. We're going to be talking about personal year energy, and we're going to be on personal year energy 9. It's the last number of the cycle. So before we get to 9, we're going to do a review of 1 through 8. So that we capture kind of all of the ones that we've talked about so far, and then we're going to add 9 onto that. And today it's just you and I, Sue.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the two of us.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I'm okay with
It,
that.
I'm okay with that too. Although I do like guests. It's always fun to bring somebody else on.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to know that there's going to be an announcement at the end of it of
Yes.
something that we're going to do for free. So
Yeah.
stick with us, stay through this, and find out how you might get a free reading.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. We're going to be announcing at the end because this is the end of the personal year series. So we're going to be doing something new and exciting. So stick around while we're talking. If you're on while we're live, please put in your birth date. Even though we're doing a recap, we would love to calculate your personal year energy and give you some information on that and where you were at. If you are watching this after we're live, you can still put it in. We kind of monitor that and respond accordingly to let you know kind of where you're at. So, with that said, Sue, we're going to take away the
Yes,
review.
let's review. Let's
Yeah,
review. You're going to jump in too and help us.
absolutely.
Good. Okay, so personal year 1 is the beginning of a brand new 9-year cycle. 1 is all about self. So this is a year that if I was reading for you, I would say you need to be your own advocate this year. You need to think about what you want and where you want to be in 9 years. What might your goals be? And every time I say that, I think, oh my gosh, who knows in 9 years,
Right.
right? Because you and I are both in a 1 year, and we
Yes,
should
we
be
are.
thinking, where are we going to be in 9 years?
And I haven't done that yet. So, this is a good reminder.
Well, there's sure is a lot going new for you this year.
Yes.
So that's what 1 is all about: new beginnings, new
Yeah.
opportunities, new people, new goals. It doesn't start out 100% because you're still working with a little bit of that 9 energy. So you're still releasing things and letting go of things. But the clarity and the courage to do that is more prominent
Yeah.
during
Helps
the
push
first few
you
months.
along the way.
Right. You have anything to say about 1?
So yes, being in the 1 this year, it's from what I understand, it's typically a slower growth, right? You're not gonna everything is gonna change on day 1, and you take
No.
January 1st and boom. Um, well, that was not the case for me because I think everything is in the
Changed
first six
very
weeks.
quickly.
So
Yes.
I was kind of expecting a slow start. It was a little slow in January, and then February hit, and it's just been, we've moved, and we've had some just different job opportunities. My husband's also in a 1 year, so yeah, things are really coming together. I think Sue made a great point on the where you want to be in 9 years, because in the excitement of all this new stuff, who has time to think about that? So that'll be really something to focus on as I move forward.
And I think a lot of times um, when we're reading, we can kind of predict. Although I didn't predict your move so quickly. I didn't see that coming at all.
I think I manifested that a little quicker
And
than
it
it probably
could
should have
have
been.
could have. But during the reading, that definitely there's other things that we're looking at,
Yes.
transits and essences and things of that nature that kind of help guide us to guide you.
Yeah.
So then we jump into a personal year 2, and the 2 is totally different, right? It's all about collaborating, the group.
Yeah.
Right. 1 says, I don't want to do it alone anymore. I
Yeah.
want a group. I want to lean on somebody. I want some of their ideas. Very intuitive year. Slows down, right? The energy slows down a lot. Heightened intuition.
Balance.
Brings it in balance. Very
Yeah.
good. That's right. 2 is feminine. 1 is masculine. So it softens things. This is a year, the 2 year where relationships come in.
Mhm.
Um,
Of all different kinds.
Of all, yeah,
Friends, family.
yeah,
Spouses,
relationship's a big
partners.
word. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean your partner or lover. It certainly can, especially if we see something else in the chart. Remember,
Yeah.
the 2 and the 6 gets
Oh,
together,
yeah.
then
Yep.
there's something coming in.
Powerful pair.
Yeah, powerful
2 and the
pair.
6.
Yeah. So it is about partnerships,
Yeah.
pulling the group together. It's about leaning on others, listening instead of action. Wants to be the observer, not the one who's going full speed ahead.
Yeah.
Then we hit 3. 3, 3 is the inner child, right? It's the one that's playful. It's creative. 3, 6, and 9 emotional energies. So 3, if I'm reading for you, I'm going to tell you, please, please, please stay with the people that are keeping you uplifted, because 3 can sometimes take a nosedive, and then you find yourself wanting to be alone and not be with other people. And that's not what 3 wants.
Right.
Because we get our creativity from talking and
when you're up. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I was just saying when you're up is when you're,
Yes.
I feel like when you're
Right.
happy and when you're bright and everything is when you kind of have those creative
Very
juices.
joyful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Optimistic. This is a
Fun.
year.
If you could stay
Fun.
up, fun.
Yes. Yes. And you can meet. Now, the 3 also brings in friends, right? Friends play a very important part in the 3 personal year. And a lot of times these friends can trigger things that we need to address, because 3 wants us to speak our truths from our hearts, wants us to use our words. So we're going to have those little bit of challenges. And if you're working with Chelcie or I, we're going to keep talking with you and helping you through each individual month, because each month has a undercurrent to it.
Yeah.
That's going to help you regulate that 3 energy.
Yeah.
But it can be very impulsive.
Oh,
It has to be very, very careful. That's, yeah. Then we jump into the 4.
oh, different, very different from the 3.
Yeah, take it away, Chelcie. What do you say for 4?
For when I think of 4, I think of work, I think of list, I think of zoning yourself into what you're working on, whether it be your career or whether it be, whatever it is that you're interested in and ready to get done. It gives you the ability to get it done, to really work hard and keep your mind set to it, be very focused. It can kind of block out some of the things on the outside because it really
Right.
wants to laser. But yeah, 4 is let's get the work done and yeah,
Very practical energy.
very practical, not frivolous. Doesn't want to go have fun and spend money and go on adventures or anything. It wants to get work done.
Right. And so when we're reading for you, if you're in a 3 year, we're going to keep saying play, 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 because 4 is coming up and it's going to just
work.
Set your rate down, focus, discipline. I always call 4 the grown-up number, right? The one that does everything right. And sometimes that can be hard for some people with different core energy to have that limitation, right? It kind of limits you.
The structure.
Yeah. So then we jump into number 5. What is 5?
Adventure. The 5 senses.
Yeah, the 5 senses, correct.
Letting loose a little bit from that 4 year.
It's freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom. It wants movement. It wants expansion. It wants change. And you're right. It works with the 5 senses. So we have to be very careful in the 5, because this is the year that overindulgence can play a role. Too much partying, too much romance. We will say a lot of times in a 5 year, this isn't the year that if you meet somebody, it's probably just a hot romance. It's probably not going to be settled down. But if you could make this person your friend till about October, then you can jump on in. But
just hold in there till October. That's all.
We love October, don't we?
Yeah. And we love October because that's kind of when you start to see that next year's energy is October, November, December. You get a preview, which is why we look forward to October, because then it kind of gives you permission to move into that next cycle.
Right. And the 5 in October would be the 6. And
Right.
6 is all about relationships. So
Yeah.
that's why, but it still wants you to get out and have fun. And it's a great communicator. It's very social. It's good networking. This is the year that you probably travel a lot. I read for a lady the other day, and she's in a 5-year, and she's going to Scotland. She's got like 3 trips planned already.
Wow.
She didn't realize that the 5 was supporting her to do that.
Yeah, good for her.
When we read, we just validate a lot of things.
Right?
Yeah. So this could also be a year where you shift your jobs,
right?
Move,
Pivotal year, kind of.
Yeah. Why is it a pivotal year?
Well, 5 is right in the middle of the 1 and the 9. So you got the 1 and the 4 on one side, and the 6 and the 9 on the other. So 5 is the year. If you think you might want to change something before the end of the cycle, it's the time to do it.
Right. And it also can bring in unexpected change.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it, the universe says,
we'll make you.
We're going to help you out, whether you want it or not.
Exactly.
So 5-year, look for the adventures. Look for the fun. It's a very curious number too. So you're going to find yourself maybe even stepping outside of the box a little bit. Yeah. So then we jump into the number 6. And 6 is all about selfless service for other people. This is about home, family, relationships, nurturing. 6 is the doctor, the nurses, the energy workers, the ones that just constantly give of themselves. This is a year where you will find that people will be reaching out saying, I need you. I need you.
The mama bear number. Help me.
Right. That's correct. And if we're reading for you, we're going to help support you and say, you have to love yourself as much as you're loving everybody else. This is a year that you're going to have to put some boundaries up so that people don't overstep.
Yeah.
Right? 3, 6, and 9, emotional energies. The 6 energy is different than the 3. 3 has a lot to do with itself, self-image and self criticism. Sometimes it has. 6 is get out of the way. My family is everything to me, so I'm going to take care of them. Yeah. What do you have anything else for 6?
I don't think so. I think
this is about home
number. Yeah.
Correct.
You want to be home. You want to be taking care of the household, the family, those relationships.
Yeah, kind of nesting, right? You're nesting for all those moms that
I don't want to go on trips. I want to stay home.
Right. You want to, you'll find yourself maybe cooking more or, doing all those things that feel like love, because 6 really is love. It's all about love. And a lot of times you're going to see those kids will come in, kids and animals. This is a year where you might get another animal, or you might have a child, but you also will see weddings, family reunions. Divorces can come in the 6th year. Anything to do with the relationship in the home is the 6. Okay, then 7. We jump into 7. We love 7. I love 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think, Chelcie?
So I'll share. I was scared to death of my 7 year when I was coming into it. I'm a little bit extroverted, and I thought 7 is an introverted number, and that sounds horribly boring of being internal and thinking, and being in your head and not doing as much. But I love the 7 years so much.
Yeah,
it's a lot of internal thinking, processing. It's very spiritual. It is the time to plan. A time to look back at the last 6 years and kind of contemplate what you would have done differently, what you really enjoyed that you did, and kind of take that time to take that deep breath.
A lot of self-reflection.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a year that you might find yourself taking a course, learning. It's about learning, digging deeper, looking at the mysteries of life. Not unusual for us to have a lot of people in the personal year 7 come to us for readings because they're exploring. They want to learn more about themselves.
Yeah.
A lot slower pace.
Very slow. Yeah.
And if you don't slow down, the universe can slow you down.
Yeah.
You don't need to have a cold or a flu or so it's really important that and you know, it's like you say, when you got into the 7 year, you were kind of dreading it, but you loved
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I
And why
loved
is
it.
that? You knew about it. You understood.
Yes.
I explained to you what was going to happen. We went through each month. You understood how to work through it because it's not going away.
You can't skip it. You don't get to just skip on to the next year if you want to. It doesn't
I've
work that
had
way.
people ask me if they could just move on.
Yeah.
No, I think we're going to have to do this one.
But it's good because it does. I think it balances you and it brings you back from the kind of, 5 is a fast-paced year. 6 is a home year. It's not as fast-paced, but I think 7 really gives you that break to contemplate what's to come and kind of what your past was. Yeah.
There's a lot of spiritual growth.
Yeah, for
year.
sure. Yeah, it was a great
And
year.
it's important that you honor it because then you move into the 8. And what is the 8?
Yes.
It's all about the material world.
Money, power, success.
Right. It's
All
totally
the things we
different.
want.
Which is right off. Yes. But you don't know what you want until you've taken that year to sit back and think about it and to maybe do some study on it or to research it or etc. So the 8 jumps in, and 8 is a lot like 1. Very strong energy, very powerful energy.
Yeah.
The only thing, the 1 is all about self, but 8 has gone through the numbers. So it's learned that you really need those people behind you to help you up the ladder, to climb the ladder.
And it's also the 8 is the you go up to make the first loop and you go down. So it's the reap what you sow number. Sorry, my hand's backwards.
That's correct. That's correct.
When you're going up, you're money, power, success. But when you go down around that bottom there, it's if you put in the work and hard effort over 1 through 7, 8's going to be great. If you maybe needed to put in a little additional effort, maybe not so fantastic. So it's dependent on you.
It can be a testing number.
Yeah.
Right? There could be 8 is a survivor. But it does test us because it went through 7. 7 is spiritual. It wanted us to learn that we are all in this together. 8 says, okay, I know I'm going to go out in the material world. I'm going to plow through and make a lot of money and do this, but I can't forget everybody that's helping me along.
Get there, yeah.
So there's a balance. 8 is about balance, reevaluating, constantly looking at things. 8 never stops when you draw it. Never stops. Right? Yeah. A lot of responsibility comes in the year 8.
And it's pretty fast paced.
Yes. Yeah, that was good.
All right, we're on to the 9. This is the one we haven't discussed yet. So I'm going to have you take it away, Sue.
So 9 is all about endings and completions and letting go. We've gone through the 9-year cycle. We've had a lot of different experiences. Now it's time to say, what's no longer serving my greatest and my highest good? I need to release. The more I can purge and release in this 9 year, the wider the door can open up in your 1 year going forward. Yeah. So this is a very slow energy. Yes. 3, 6, and 9. Emotional. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Last year was our 9 year. We were letting go and releasing. And look what happened. Chelcie must let go of a lot of things, and bam, it just came in for her. Yeah. 1.
Yeah. Sure did.
9 is spiritual, right? It encompasses all the energies, because if you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to 8, you get 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. So it carries everything. There's a little bit of everything that goes on in the number 9.
It's the global number, right? 9 is the universal number. It kind of encompasses everything.
It's about the world. Yeah. And you'll see that with people who have 9 in the core energy, the energy that makes them who they are. They are very concerned about the world. And they it's the humanitarian selfless service for other people. So sometimes the 9 energy has a tendency to overdo, to take on too much, right?
Yeah.
9 is about the past, right? This is when you draw the number 9, you just think about it. You put a little eye there, a little happy face, a little smile. It looks in the past. So it's always in its head. It's always thinking in the past. So there's a lot of times when 9 is around, it swings the past around. This is helping us to look things straight on so that we can release what's no longer serving us.
Yeah. Yeah. And you will, even if you don't think that you need to release something, the universe will tell you what you're going to release.
Yeah, it will show itself for sure.
Yeah.
Because people say, "Oh, I don't want the 9 around me. Oh my gosh, that's scary." No, we hang on to things way too much, and you have to release. You have to let go in order for new to come in. I mean, that's growth.
Right.
So this is not a scary year at all.
Right.
It's just a matter of, as we read for people will say, I was in my closet today and I throw about everything out. It's
great.
Purging,
it feels good.
Purging physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. All of it is working.
Getting rid of a lot.
Yeah, and we always say if you're getting rid of physical things, take it to the thrift store or some place where the humanitarian can take care of it and give to others. Yeah, global awareness. That's right. Again, it's a very creative number. 3, 6, and 9. See, the 3, 6, and 9. It's emotional, but it's also that emotion is what brings in that creativity.
Yeah,
right? With the words but what I found throughout a lot of my readings is people with 9 energy are very good in photography.
Oh yeah.
They have a way, if I was sitting with them looking at the sunrise, they would say, "Oh my God," I would say, "That's beautiful." I don't have a lot of 9 energy, but they would say, "Oh my God, that's so beautiful." They feel it. They feel that which helps
the colors them. And the shadows and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and that helps them to help other people. Yeah, you see a lot of times in the 9 they travel internationally.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A lot of times in the 9 year, you will 9 year, you can make money in the 9 year. That was confusing to me. That didn't make any sense to me. But
from the humanitarian, you're supposed to give it all away, right?
Yeah, right. But the 9 does support you making money, and it might be because it's rewarding you for all the hard work that you've done up through.
Yeah.
But again, it's about forgiveness, letting go. Sometimes in the 9 year, there can be a lot of chaos. And what is that? That's the teacher for unconditional love, forgiveness, and letting go. You don't need to jump in that hot pot of oil with everybody else and stir. It's for you to walk away, because actions speak so much more than words. Yeah.
And right now, we're in a universal 9 year. Is that correct?
That's very correct.
So the whole world is going through a 9 this year. So
right.
Aside from whatever year you're in.
and that's it. Everybody's affected by the 9 this year, because that's how we calculate our personal year energy, right?
Right.
We take our month, our day of birth, that makes it personal to us, and then we use it to the universal year.
25.
Right. And then, so that's what keeps us all connected. So we're all releasing in some form or another.
It'll be interesting to watch what kind of transpires over the year to see what no longer is serving us.
Yeah. People who are in the 9 year are very affected by the world events. Yep. You'll see that when you read for people that they're consumed with what's going on. It must be hard for them right now. Yeah. But they want to take care of the world. They just want everybody to be happy. And
It's an important number. You don't want to skip it. I didn't like
No.
it, but I wouldn't have wanted to skip it.
And why did you not like it?
I think it was chaotic. I think, you're letting go of things. I lost a job or left a job or ended a
Yeah.
job, and so did my husband. So there's that panic of, oh my gosh, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And so and without doing that, we wouldn't be where we're at today. So it was a necessary chaos.
Right.
A
Yeah.
little scary, little
Right.
rattling, but yeah, without it, you can't move forward. So it can be a little bit of a, 50-50.
Correct.
Yeah, happy, sad.
Yeah. Yeah. But like you said, you can't skip it. You
Can't
got to
skip it.
do
No,
it.
and it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't, not everybody's
No.
gonna have a bad 9. Not a,
Mm-mm.
it's not a
No.
number that you have to avoid or not want, because it's really a good number. You have
I
to
loved my
have
9.
all of the numbers. Yeah, you were in a 9 as
I
well.
loved I loved my
Yeah,
9 but
yeah,
I knew about it. I knew what
yeah,
it wanted from me and I was
yes,
working with it. I didn't resist it. I
yes,
let things happen. I let things go.
yeah,
I did a lot of work on myself, letting things go.
yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing is
You know.
getting a
And I was
reading
leading up
and
to a lot of stuff happening. So mine was gonna be
yeah,
chaotic no matter what.
right.
Because a
And
lot of was leading up to it.
it would have been very hard if you didn't have the
Oh
knowledge that
gosh,
you
yeah.
had. It
Absolutely.
probably
100%.
wouldn't have turned out as good.
No.
You would have
Mm-mm.
fought it.
Oh, I would have fought it tooth and nail and I'd still be in trouble. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad to have had the heads up through
Right.
numerology and
Yeah.
meeting with
It's
Sue and our group, and
right. Yeah.
yeah,
Because we meet
very helpful.
monthly and we
Yes.
talk about the monthly energies.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there's always an undercurrent with the monthly energy.
Yeah. And I
Um,
can't live without it. I gotta say, once I started, if I
yeah.
didn't have that each month, and I'm studying numerology with Sue, and so I have an understanding of it now, probably a little more than I did before.
Yeah.
And I have to have our monthly sessions because it's
It's
hard to
so
look at
much.
yourself.
Oh yeah, no, it
Yeah.
doesn't work. I go
Yeah.
get readings. I
Yeah.
look at and I think, oh, okay, I know what's going on. I mean, I have a general idea, but
Yeah.
it's
It's
always
really
good to hear
helpful.
somebody else interpret it.
Yes, absolutely. So
Mhm.
we've run a little bit over our normal 15 minutes. Yeah, just a tiny bit. We're having fun. I hope you guys are having as much fun as we're having. So with that, we promised an announcement at the end. So we are done with personal years. We've gone through them all. You can go back and watch all of them. They're on Sue's Facebook page and I believe YouTube
YouTube.
and YouTube
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So go back through and watch them. If you haven't seen the one that we talk about your personal year, go and check it out. But with that said, we're going to be moving on to a new topic. And before we start that new topic, I'm going to let Sue talk about our next session. It's going to be March 7th. And Sue, take away the surprise.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea and I would like to do reading. And we say 15 to 20 minutes. We're hoping that, but there's so much involved in a reading. But we would like to do a quick reading for somebody for free.
Yeah.
All you have to do is email me. Let me put my email.
Sue's going to put her email right on the bottom. Very, very cool. Very
and
techy.
Yeah, you just email me. All I need is your name given at birth and your birth date. The first person who jumps out and does this and gives us this information, the next time we get together, March 7th, we will do a 20-minute reading for you. We'll take you 10 minutes through the energy that makes you who you are. Then we're going to jump into the personal year energy and talk a little bit about the monthly energy and how is that working with your core energy. So a lot going on. It will be fun. But we just need for you to email me your name given at birth, first, middle, and last name, and your birth date.
Yeah.
Okay?
So, and we'll look at those numbers and we're gonna read you together.
Right. Now you can join us. You can join us as a guest.
Yes.
I'll send you the link so that you can
Yes.
jump right on with us, which would be really fun.
We would love
because
that.
we like the going back and forth and you talking to us, and that's how a reading, good reading goes, is when there's interaction, because we have intuitive abilities and we have psychic abilities, but that's not what we're working towards. So that we need that back and forth. We need that going back and forth.
Give a good reading. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do for the next one. So the next one will be a free reading. Like Sue said, whoever emails first will get that free reading. And if you aren't the first one, it's okay. You can still, of course, schedule a reading with Sue.
Or if we find that people like this, then we'll just this is what we'll do if this is fun for them. Yeah.
Awesome. And then, so after that, what our plan is everybody loves a little bit of karma, I think, out there. Not when it's on you, but when it's going towards somebody that deserves it. So we're going to talk about karmic debt numbers. And so, Sue, take it away. What's a karmic debt number?
Yeah, I don't like the word karmic because people instantly think negative.
Bad.
Yeah. A karmic number, 13-4, 14-5, 16-7, and 19-10-1 talks about past life, things that happened in a past life. And this is, in this lifetime, we are trying to, we live through a little bit of it so that we can understand it on a different level. Doesn't mean your entire life you're going to have to work through this. It just means that something comes up and you have to bowl through it to understand. For instance, I have a 19-10-1 in my expression number. That's in a past life I would have taken the power from somebody. So in this lifetime I have had to experience powerlessness, and I did, and I have a couple of times. But each time it's made me stronger because what's that last number is that 1. And 1 is about standing in your own power. So we're going to just break those down a little bit. Yeah, there's more to that too, because the UK says any number that begins with 1 has a lesson. Because 1 is about self.
Yeah. So it'll be very exciting, very interesting. I'm still learning more about the karmic debt numbers myself. So it'll be a great learning for myself and everybody else. So we're going to start those after we do our free reading.
Yes.
And yeah, if you have any questions, always write us a comment, say hello, drop by, even if it's after our live presentation. We love to chat with you and give a little more information about what numerology is and how it can enhance your life. Right. So with that, we're at 32, almost 33. Yeah. 33, that's a good number. 33 minutes here. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Yes. It was great talking with you, and we'll be back on March 7th.
Thanks, Chelcie. Thank you, everybody. Feel free to reach out.
Yes. Bye.